Speaking Task 1. You will be asked a question about a familiar topic. You will then have 15 seconds to prepare your response, and 45 seconds to speak.
Do you prefer watching movies at home or in a cinema? Provide specific details to justify your preference.
Prepare your response after the beep. Start speaking after the beep.
I prefer watching movies at a cinema. There are a few reasons to support my preference. First, the big screen and sound systems in a cinema are much better than what I have at home. They make the movie more immersive and exciting. You feel like you are part of the action. Second, watching a film in a cinema is an experience itself. You line up for tickets, buy delicious popcorn or soda, and sit in a dark room full of strangers sharing the same emotions. It's a great place to go on dates or to hang out with friends and family. But at home, distractions are everywhere. You have to pause the movie to answer the phone or the door, or maybe you just feel sleepy and decide to go to bed. These disturbances don't exist in the cinema. Therefore, I prefer going to the cinema over watching movies at home.
Speaking Task 2. You will read a short paragraph and then listen to a conversation between two people. You will have 50 seconds to read the paragraph. After, you will get a question about what you read and heard. You will have 30 seconds to prepare your response and then 60 seconds to give it. You have 50 seconds to read. Start reading after the beep. Now listen to the conversation between two people.
Everything all right?
Yeah, I'm just upset about that article I showed you this morning.
Why? What's the big deal?
Well, as an art major, I think it's a big loss for the department. The university's got it all wrong.
What do you mean?
Well, the low enrollment isn't because art majors don't want to take these classes. Problem is, who has time to take them when there are so many other requirements?
I don't understand.
See, the classes they're eliminating are all optional. The required courses are mostly painting and drawing, and they take up all our time. What we really need are different requirements. Then art majors could take a better variety of classes, all the things we're interested in.
That makes sense. But the thing about the professor...
Well, that's true. But still, they're being drastic. If money's the problem, they could hire a part-time professor. Or most of the professors in the department have secondary fields.
Really?
Yeah. At least a few painting teachers are also great sculptors. I'm sure one of them could teach a class.
The woman expresses her opinion of the university's plan. State her opinion and explain the reason she gives for holding that opinion.
Prepare your response after the beep. Start speaking after the beep.
The woman believes that the university's plan to eliminate the sculpture program is a big loss for the department. She thinks that the low enrollment in the sculpture classes is not because art majors are not interested, but because there are too many other required courses that take up their time. She suggests that the university should have different requirements for art majors so that they can take a better variety of classes that they are interested in. Additionally, she argues that instead of hiring a new full-time professor, the university could hire a part-time professor or utilize the skills of the painting professors who also have expertise in sculpture. Overall, she believes that the university's plan is drastic and that there are alternative solutions that could be explored.
Speaking Task 3. You will read a short paragraph about an academic topic, then listen to a lecture about it. You will have 50 seconds to read the paragraph. After, you will get a question about what you read and heard. You will have 30 seconds to prepare your response and then 60 seconds to give it. You have 50 seconds to read. Start reading after the beep. Now listen to the lecture.
Perhaps the biggest examples of the power of memetics in the modern world is the spread and impact of internet memes. An internet meme is essentially a concept or idea passed from one person to another via the web. Let's consider a case like the distracted boyfriend meme. Most of us are familiar with this image of a man turning to check out another woman while his girlfriend looks on disapprovingly. Thanks to the internet, this image quickly spread worldwide, and it has been adapted and edited countless times to express various comedic, satirical, and social commentaries. This is a clear example of memetics in action. The image replicated, spread across the world, and adapted to different situations and contexts, almost like an evolving organism.
Explain how the spread of internet memes, like distracted boyfriend, is a real-world example of the theory of memetics.
Prepare your response after the beep. Start speaking after the beep.
The spread of internet memes, such as the distracted boyfriend, is a great example of memetics in action. Memetics is the study of how ideas replicate, spread, and evolve. Internet memes are concepts or ideas that are passed from one person to another through the web. Just like genes, memes replicate, spread, mutate, and adapt to their environment. Take the distracted boyfriend meme as an example. It started with an image of a man looking at another woman while his girlfriend disapprovingly looks on. Thanks to the internet, this image quickly spread all over the world. People then adapted and edited the image to fit different situations and contexts. It's like the meme is evolving and changing to survive just like an organism would. This shows that memes, just like genes, undergo natural selection and adapt to their environment.
You will listen to a lecture about an academic topic. After, you will get a question about what you heard. You will have 20 seconds to prepare your response and then 60 seconds to give it. Now listen to the lecture.
Today, we're going to continue our discussion on the topic of superconductivity, which is a state in which a material can conduct electricity with zero electrical resistance. Superconductivity was first discovered in 1911 by Heike Kamerlingh-Onnes, who found that the electrical resistance of mercury disappeared at temperatures near absolute zero. Over the following decades, more materials were found to exhibit superconductivity at extremely low temperatures. The explanation for superconductivity was finally found in 1957 with the BCS theory, named after its three creators. According to the BCS theory, at extremely low temperatures, the vibrations of a material's atoms can cause electrons to form pairs, which are known as Cooper pairs. These pairs can move through the material without scattering off impurities and defects, which is what causes electrical resistance. The discovery of superconductivity and the development of the BCS theory have laid the foundation for many modern technologies, including magnetic resonance imaging, MRI, which uses superconducting magnets to generate powerful magnetic fields.
Explain the concept of superconductivity and its applications. Include points from the lecture.
Prepare your response after the beep. Start speaking after the beep.
Superconductivity is a state in which a material can conduct electricity without any resistance. It was discovered in 1911 by Heike Kamerlingh-Onnes, who found that mercury had no electrical resistance at very low temperatures. More materials were later found to exhibit superconductivity at extremely cold temperatures. The BCS theory, created in 1957, explains superconductivity. According to this theory, at very low temperatures, the atoms in a material vibrate and cause electrons to form pairs called Cooper pairs. These pairs can move through the material without being affected by impurities, which is why there is no resistance. Superconductivity has many practical applications, such as magnetic resonance imaging, MRI. MRI uses superconducting magnets to generate strong magnetic fields.